And Jules is here now, along with his mum, Kathy. Jules, does she often dress you?
Too much.
Yes.
Yes, I need to back off.
It's hard to fight. It's hard not to, though, isn't it?
Advocate
It's really
responsibility.
difficult.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying being in Holby?
Oh, it's been very exciting for me. It's a fabulous experience, and I really like the other actors as well. And I feel like the big cheese there.
And I know that you're playing a character with autism.
Yeah.
How similar are you to the character you're playing?
Not very, actually. He's a very sweet young man, very nice man, but he's he's not doesn't have the same sense of humour. He's not as funny as
And as humble, obviously.
And as humble and very modest, yeah, exactly. How important do you think it is to raise awareness of this condition?
I think it's so important for directors and producers to make sure that they cast people who do actually have the condition to play someone with the condition, because they have the experience and the knowledge.
Well, it's funny, actually, Kathy, because in the research that I read, you liken this, an actor actually playing somebody with the condition he has, to white actors blacking up, and you think in the future...
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Dustin Hoffman played in Rain Man, and there's a neurotypical actor playing in The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I think in years to come we'll look back at that with such embarrassment. And there's a fantastic theatre company called Access All Areas who help people who are differently abled.
You were part of that as well,
Yes.
weren't you?
I was.
Into the mainstream of acting. So there's people there with Down syndrome and autism and all sorts of different... they call it disabilities, we call it differently abled.
Yeah.
And trying to get them into the mainstream of acting. And also, the other point to make about autism is that only 11% of people with autism are actually in the workforce, which is much lower than other disabilities.
It's shocking, that.
And,
Why is that?
Well, because people with autism, you don't mind me saying, Jules, are very frank. They say what they're thinking. That's why when he tells you how beautiful you are, he can't lie. So
I love that. I love that. But I also read something as well where you said he can't lie when you were having dinner with Hugh Jackman. Sorry to name drop.
Oh, Lord. I know, it sounds like
this.
we're going for gold in the name-dropping Olympics, but Jules was about, how old were you, about 14, maybe?
No, much
14?
younger.
Younger.
8?
No, because you must have
I
been...
was.
Anyway, he came home and I jumped up. I was flirting for Britain. In my mind...
Anyone would if they had Hugh Jackman at their dining room
I'm
table.
swimming through a pool of my own drool to get to this man. In my mind, we've already eloped and we're living in the Caribbean, right? And then Jules got home and I jumped up and hugged him and said, "Oh, look, Jules, you're growing a moustache." And he just looked at me and he said, "So are you, Mum. Look at all those hairs on your top lip, and there's quite a few on your chin as well." Oh, the honest truth, I know. So, but I think that's why often people don't employ people with autism, because they are very frank. But I think it's wonderful to be around people who are honest.
Well, some of the best people in the world.
Well, you might be on the spectrum.
I probably am, definitely. I would say so.
Oh, do you think so?
Do you think so? Well, I think so. Yeah, I think everybody has something.
Yes.
Do you know, everybody has a different thing or different way of looking at things, or a different sense of humour. Yeah, always. I think celebrate those differences.
Yeah, I think so
always.
too. I always say to Jules, there's no such thing as normal and abnormal. There's ordinary and extraordinary. And people on the spectrum are so unique and interesting. And anyone out there who has a child on the spectrum, they should look up Ambitious About Autism, which is helping people with autism get into the mainstream workforce. So I would recommend that for number one.
And it's not a label, it's a compliment if you have autism.
Oh, that's a nice thing to say.
That. I do like that.
That's really good.
When you were growing up, what kind of challenges did you face?
Well, I really didn't like school. I thought it was like a prison for kids. I thought it was like Guantanamo Bay or something.
God, that sounds horrendous.
The bullying, because people with autism, children with autism, about 85% of them report serious bullying in school, as opposed to about 12% of the normal population, other population. So it is a big problem. So, most kids at school are striving to learn math and grammar. Children on the autistic spectrum are striving to make themselves invisible, because I think taking a child with special needs and putting them in a mainstream school is as pointless as giving a fish a bath, wouldn't you say? They need specialist help.
Well, hopefully tonight you will change perception and raise awareness. 8 o'clock tonight, Holby City.
Will you be watching it?
I will be watching.
By the way, you'd still be really pretty even if you were bald, by the way.
Even if I was bald, it would save me a fortune in hairdressers, Christian.
He's looking for a girlfriend, by the way, so you better watch out.
Or maybe we can fix you up.